Hey and welcome to Not Only Hollywood. Today I'm going to review The Captain from 2019. This is a Chinese drama suspense movie. During a flight, things go wrong and one of the windshields shatters in the cockpit. The passenger plane has major problems and on board there are over 100 passengers. Then it's up to the brave captain to save the day. Go, Captain, go! The Captain is actually based on true events that happened in 2018 when a Chinese passenger plane got into big trouble when a windshield in the cockpit shattered and the co-pilot, who fortunately was wearing a seatbelt, was sucked through the window and half of his body was hanging outside the plane. I've read a bit about what happened, and The Captain is a movie that takes great liberties when it tells the story of brave people in a very difficult situation. There is a lot of overdramatization, and what only lasted for a few seconds lasts quite a while in The Captain. The most ridiculous part of the movie is how long the co-pilot spends his time outside the plane with his entire face when he is almost sucked out of the cockpit. But the seatbelt saved him. But that he had survived for so long is something that I don't buy at all. I don't know how long a person had managed to survive with his face outside a passenger plane.
At this altitude and speed.
I don't think a person could survive as long as the co-pilot did in this movie. The co-pilot is out there with his entire face for many minutes. It looks so stupid. He's... Jesus Christ. The movie doesn't have any good characters. It mostly focuses on the crew on board the passenger plane and how they perform the job. The passengers are mostly cardboard characters with no hint of personality. The way the flight attendants behave when things first go wrong didn't feel completely realistic. And you are left with a feeling that you are watching a very light entertainment movie. The Captain is not a movie that makes you forget that you are watching a movie. Thumbs up, woman. Thumbs up. The Chinese must also learn to use music properly in these types of movies. The soundtrack in The Captain doesn't fit. It's nauseating to listen to. Elevator music sounds much better. Someone needs to remove these tone-deaf idiots who decide which music to use. Shame on you. It's good that the Captain kept his head cool and that things went well. But making a future film out of this event with a very thin and empty script? Well, they shouldn't have made the movie at all. This should have been a short movie with a runtime of 30 minutes. What happened was interesting, but this is mostly an empty movie. From 1 to 10, I give The Captain a 3 out of 10. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.